Now we'll talk about the quotient rule. Probably not any big surprises here, but if you have a quotient, the square root of a quotient, you can split that up into the square root of A over the square root of B. Okay, so we'll use this property and a couple examples. So right here they want us to simplify this expression. So I'm going to rewrite this as the square root of 5 over the square root of 36. But I know the square root of 36, so I'm going to say the square root of 5, which I don't know the square root of 5. I could get a decimal approximation on a calculator, over 6. Now, if you're worried about that 5 doesn't simplify because 5 is prime, so you're done. That's that one. All right, now let's look at this one. Oh my, that one's a little more complicated. Okay, so see how you've got, a radical up here and a radical down here? Maybe it would be better to write it all as one radical. So I'm going to say it's the square root of 234 x to the 11th y over 26 x to the 7th y. Now the reason I'm doing that is I'm hoping 26 goes into 234. I'm pretty sure it does. Where's my calculator when I need it? So I went and got my calculator. 26 goes into 234 9 times. So I'm going to have the square root of 9. That's this part. So I'm like simplifying that fraction. I really should have done it by hand to show you, but you could do that now that we know the answer. Anyway, 4, then carry the 5, and then 18 and 5 is 23. You can do something like that. Okay, now let's look at the x's. Well, you've got 11 of them in the numerator, 7 in the denominator. So remember our exponent rule? You subtract. So it's going to be x to the 4th. And then the y's, those just are going to cancel out. Y over y is just 1. Okay, so that's great. We've simplified that fraction, but now we've got to take the square root, right? So we know the square root of 9, that's 3. And then what are we going to do with x to the 4th? Well, take that 4 and divide it by 2. So how many times does 2 go into 4? 2. Or you could think of it as, x, 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 and there's one pair and there's the other pair. And a pair under the radical, that gets you 1 on the outside. So it's going to be 3x squared, and that's what it is.